What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Mortalis Brewing Company, and they're out of Avon, New York. And this is their Cerberus Berries and Cream. So they're calling this one a fruited sour ale that is blended with raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, lactose, and marshmallow. Comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. So, spoilers. I've had this beer before numerous times, and honestly, it is one of my favorite Mortalis beers, and I use the air quotes because, you know, these heavily fruited sour ales, the fruit smoothies, a lot of people say they're not beer, some people say they do, some people don't care. That's me, I don't care. They call it a fruited sour ale, so I'm gonna go with it. But the one thing I do like about this beer is that I actually get like the sour ale portion of the show, so to speak. I get like a nice firm tartness more often than not with this one. Plus I get like a little bit of doughiness, maybe from the underlying malt, who knows, I have no idea. But it drinks more like a fruited sour ale with the crazy, you know, fruit puree as opposed to just fruit puree and nothing else, right? At least that's been my experience with it. Now I've reviewed this one over on the Nerd Sense channel. Sean and Mike, shout out to them. Good friends of mine, fellow beer tubers. Check out their review. I was in it because we did it at the 2021 Beer Tuber Palooza that was hosted by another good friend of ours and fellow beer tuber, Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews. We reviewed it on their channel, and it was just as delicious. I only had like 2 ounces of it, but I wanted to do a full, proper review because, you know, they release this one a couple times per year, and I'm just like, I got to, because it's one of my favorite beers. Now, when it comes to these fruited sours, a lot of the times I'll pour them off camera and whatnot, but you know what? Fuck it. I got, you know, new tabletop here going on and whatnot, easier to clean up. So if this explodes, fuck it, we'll clean it up. That's how we're gonna roll now. Anyway, let me crack it open. It's been in the fridge the entire time that I've had it. Uh-oh. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Nah, we're good. So, give it a nice little pour here. Yeah, it's pouring out like fruit puree, right? Pretty much. I rolled it before coming out. Now I got some. Now it's very rare for me. Oh boy, is it gonna go over? Super carbonated. Oh my God, I never had it before. How does it taste? Holy shit, is that acidic? I already ruined the review. A, because I got a little bit of Dirty Glass Mafia going on, just a little bit. Just a little bit, but I also had to drink it already. That's on me, whatever. I didn't even do a super aggressive pour, but lots of carbonation. Now, obviously, that doesn't look like beer, right? That looks like the remnants of fruit puree, because it is. Has this like magenta, like violet, dark violet color. Super thick looking. It had a half finger of this bubbly head that is now dissipated to a thin film. Remnants, again, of the fruit puree. But yeah, that plays the role of one of these crazy smoothie, fruited, sour beers, not beer, whatever. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it fucking smelled dynamite. It's like you took a fresh bushel of berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and then just put, I don't know, a little bit of fluffernutter on top and then like whipped cream. That's pretty much what I'm getting. It has, and again, I tasted it as I tried to save the head because I figured it was going to go over. After saying I didn't want it to spill everywhere, I didn't. I still didn't. It has this smell of it's going to be acidic, it's going to be sour, but it has enough sweetness to kind of fight that off to some degree. Yeah, it smells fucking... It smells great. I mean, the description of it, it's basically berries and cream. That's what they call this one, Cerberus berries and cream. And yeah, they're not lying. It smells like berries and cream. It smells like it's going to be sweeter, but going to have a pretty big blast of sourness. And it smells like the last 3 times I've had it. So anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, it's fucking dynamite. That is... It's so fucking good. The finish is immaculate. The body on this one, I mean, because of the fruit puree, obviously it's going to be almost full body. This is like lower side of full body, not quite like super thick and syrupy, but it's fruit puree, so it has it. The mouthfeel has a decent amount of carbonation, but it's still smooth and creamy from the addition of the lactose, the marshmallow, and everything, and the fact that it's fruit puree. The taste right up front, again, all those berries. Sweeter, jammier, like raspberries and blackberries. The blueberries get kind of lost in the taste, more raspberry and blackberry. Pass through the palate, mid-palate for me. The lactose and marshmallow combined to make this like vanilla, almost fluff type of sensation, more like a whipped cream right in the middle of the palate, which is nice. Again, berries and cream. And then in the finish, there's this really, I would say, super fucking acidic finish. Yeah, real acidic finish. But this is more of like a low sourness. This is not like a full-on mouth puckering, but it definitely is low sourness. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to get heartburn from this. I know it. I knew it going into it. Kind of know it as I drink it, because that acidity is through the roof. This is one of the more acidic beers within this whole fruit smoothie, heavily fruited sour realm that I've ever had, honestly. More often than not, the fruit puree and everything just, they lean sweeter, and that tartness or the sourness really doesn't come to the forefront for a lot of these. This one does, and that's why I like this as much as I do. Again, it's one of my favorite Mortalis. I don't think it is my favorite, though, but still. This beer is fucking delicious. This beer is delicious. But rating-wise on this, I have no problems giving Cerberus, the berries and cream, high 4.75 out of 5. I go 4.8 out of 5. Not quite a 5. It's close. I think for me, the only thing stopping this from being a 5 is if I could actually taste the blueberries and the acidity was knocked down by like half, because the problem with this is like I'm usually one and done with a can, which is fine because but like with this one, I might want to only drink like half of this one, maybe 12 ounces. That acidity is building in my throat. Like the lining of my esophagus, I can just feel the acid reflux and the heartburn just developing as I'm talking. So that kind of sucks, but it's a delicious beer. So yeah, anyway, price and availability for this one, $25 a 4-pack. Again, we can talk about values and whether or not, if $25 a 4-pack of this is good value or not. It's in the eye of the beholder. For me, I bought a 4-pack of this. I brought a couple to the aforementioned Beer Tuber Palooza, kept a couple for myself. That's fine. Would I probably rebuy this again at 25? I'd probably buy like a single can if I could. If I can find a place that did singles, I'd buy it. $6 a can or $6.50 a can or whatever. But it's expensive for a 4-pack. It really is. It's only 5.5% too. But all the fruit puree and everything they're using, I get it. Availability used to be just Mortalis. Now Mortalis, again, much like I mentioned, and you'll see it at some point, some of the Hop Butcher stuff. These beers have been getting distribution at different places. They've showed up at a spot in Georgia. They showed up there was another spot that got them that I was just like, really? How did that show up there? So, with the whole pandemic and everything and distribution, places that used to be only brewery only and super hard to get, now showing up everywhere. And the good thing about Mortalis now, at least locally, is if I go to Mortalis, more often than not, I don't have to get there right when they open, else I don't get anything. If I show up later that day or even the next day or whatever, I can usually get some of the 4-packs if I want to buy some stuff. So it's good. The availability is definitely bumped up quite a bit. Still expensive though. So anyway, if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like beer. This one does drink like beer with that sourness. I'm not really getting that doughy aspect I talked about. I in the past, it almost was more like a pastry with like a sour pastry, because the doughiness was almost like a strawberry shortcake, but instead of a strawberry shortcake, you had berries instead of the strawberries, right? Kind of what I remember this one being. This one drinks more of, just like I said, like a bushel of berries with some whipped cream and maybe some marshmallow fluff on it. But the sourness from this is definitely, it's like I said, low sourness, but that acidity, man, through the fucking roof. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review and another Western Eric Wednesday. Be on the lookout next week. I'll try, like I said, I don't know exactly what my schedule holds, but I'll try to do Western Eric Wednesday every week. That's like definitely one thing that I think I feel like I could do. So be on the lookout next week for another one. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Until the next one. Cheers.